I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tinny. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in the dash and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side, but I'm from the east side. This how we slide, this how we ride, yeah, this how we ride. Going pro, no lead, make it easy like...
Hey yo, good morning YouTube! Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you my 3 biggest tips on how to know if your gear is bunk, fake. You got ripped off in the streets, my guy! Now, obviously, there is no 100% guarantee that your gear or SARMS is 100% real unless you do what you're supposed to do and you go to the doctor, you get a prescription, and you get it from a doctor. Obviously, this is completely hypothetical and should only be taken as entertainment purposes, but if you want to keep watching, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I got some banger tips to make sure that you theoretically will never get ripped off again. Guys, I'm going to be doing a very in-depth video to this on everything that we cannot talk about on YouTube on my live Patreon. First episode goes live April 1st, and it is actually how to injection techniques, how to reduce inflammation, what happens if you get some inflammation, and so on. We're going to be covering everything we can't cover on YouTube, so as the first link in the description. We're cooking up breakfast. We got a high carb day today, so I'm going to cook this up, and I'll see you for point number uno. We're taking a tip from How to Beast today, and we're making some breakfast tacos. Now, on my breakfast tacos, we have 1 slice of turkey bacon. We have like a pinch of shredded cheese. I cooked up 200 grams of egg whites and 2 whole eggs and kind of spread it along the floor. And then we have 4 small tortillas. Usually I do white tortillas, but they only had whole wheat. So we're gonna see how these digest this week, and we're really just gonna go for it. But tip number 1, guys, is I'm gonna kind of make these tips a little bit more in depth as the video goes on. So make sure to stay to tip number 3, because tip number 3 is definitely gonna change how you view things. Tip number 1 is basically gonna be kind of just assess the person that you're buying it from. Now, a lot of these underground labs always start off really strong. They start off with the most potent things to get people hooked, to be like, yo, this is the shit. This lab is the shit. Everyone wants that lab. And then progressively, it kind of gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And then it ends up kind of all along like that, like low, middle, bottom range that, in my opinion, every single lab ends up to. You have a whole bunch of different bodybuilders, drug dealers, whatever you would like to call them, that are trying to tell you that their shit's the best and blah, 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 blah. So my biggest recommendation is, if you're buying it from somebody, look at what he looks like. Because if he's taking the same stuff you're taking, even if it is slightly underdosed, or maybe it's not 100%, you at least know that, okay, this shit fucking works. And at the end of the day, if you're trying to buy it off someone that, 1, doesn't even look like they take juice, and 2, they keep trying to add things on and push you and push you and push you, that is someone that doesn't have your best interest in heart. Someone that tells you to take very low dosages and gives you proper protocols and says they will look after you is someone that you can actually put yourself behind and put your trust behind their products, because they're standing behind themselves as the brand. They're not just trying to push some random shit. You guys see I'm like sleeping on the floor on an air mattress, so I'm actually gonna go pick up a bed. I believe that my slip disc issue is coming from my bed, because throughout the day, I've never been in more pain in my life. But it like slowly gets better to the point where I go to bed and I'm almost perfect, and I wake up and I'm like immobile for 3 hours in the morning because my slip disc hurts so much. And I think my bed is a little broken because it has like this big U right in the middle from like extracurricular activities. So I'm gonna go to my parents' house and get a bed, bring it back here, and then I'll see you for point number 2. Alright. Hey there, beautiful. So this is the new bed. I'll show you guys like a comparison of what it was. So this is how much this dumbbell goes into it now. It's a lot firmer, so it is supposed to like fold to my weight a lot better, which is gonna give more support to my lower back. So hopefully it's not gonna hurt as much. Only time will tell. I'll keep you guys updated. See if I can fix back problems around the fucking world. But we're gonna cook our pre-workout meal and we're gonna get into point 2. Ayo, so we got our pre-workout meal, which is just 175 grams of white rice, 200 grams of fish, and we have a Honeycrisp apple. Gotta get those simple sugars in there to bench fucking heavy today. So, point number 2, which is gonna get a little bit more expensive and a lot more difficult. And this is probably, I would say, the least accurate way, but it can be good in certain situations, and I will elaborate on why. So it's going to be like steroid testing kits. Now you can get steroid testing kits on Amazon. You can get them from Dave Palumbo. You can get them on Roid Test. They run you anywhere from like $120 to $200 plus shipping. That usually gets you maybe like 20 different tests that you can use 10 different times. The issue with this, guys, is that it's very good. But like I went over in part 1, first thing is that a lot of companies will start very strong and then taper off. So unless you're going to continuously buy these kits and test every single thing you always do, you're never going to have like a true accurate result. Number 2, most of these underground labs that you're getting stuff from are not like perfectly sanitary. They're not perfectly sanitizing the raw ingredients from powders to put something up. So the chance that you may have a little bit of Anavar mixed in with a little bit of D-ball. Now I'm talking fractions, guys, but these are all things that are gonna offset this test. If you have traces of Anavar in your D-ball and you run the test is gonna come back inconclusive and not accurate. And this happens time and time and time again. So it's very, very hard to be able to like pinpoint the accuracy and pinpoint every single cycle. Just to put this in a perspective, when I take Anavar and I do like 80 or 100 milligrams a day towards the end of a cycle, I'm going through a pack every like 2 weeks. And say this Roid test can only do 10 tests, and you're running 7 different compounds, and each of those compounds runs out every 2 weeks. I'm gonna need 3 tests every month just to be able to test the shit that I'm taking that won't even guarantee 100% accuracy. No hate against Roid tests, I've just never found them to be overly accurate. The point number 3 is probably going to be the most accurate solution to figuring out what you have is real or fake. But we're going to eat this, we're going to go train, and then I will see you guys for point number 3. So I hope you guys like heavy benches, because shit is about to go down. Let's go! A little pre-worky. Like I say, the pre-worky make the pain go away, and then it make the pain come on. Since we're going heavy as fuck today, we're gonna take 1 scoop to the dome. Oh, that's the first 250 pounds. And that's the second 250 pounds, in case anyone has issues with math. So, we don't usually warm up, but I've been watching a lot of like Julius or Julius. Whoever has like the all-time bench record at like 800, and he's huge on like warming up your back, your triceps, your everything. I've failed 500 pounds a few times on the bench. I've hit it a few times as well. So we're gonna see what day it is. Obviously we're gonna hit it though, because this is a channel of winners, not losers. Basically doing like reps of 20. This isn't to get like a pump. This is literally just to like loosen up the joints, get my arms flowing. I noticed like as I was like, because I've been benching heavy every single week, and because I've been benching heavy every single week, my elbows were starting to act up, my shoulders were starting to get clicks, but ever since I started like really warming up the bench, everything's kind of been coming together. I did 2 cc's right into my delt today, and like my shoulder is like, I did my rear delt. If you inject in your rear delts, they look 10 times bigger, but like sometimes you like hit a nerve in your rear delt, and like my shoulder like seized up. Not pulling excuses, I was just killing time. That's what I've been liking as well on my warm-ups is I like to do a few reps where I like actually like press it like it's 500 pounds, get my body used to that technique, and then kind of pump it up, because obviously you see like we're warming up our triceps, our back, our shoulders. We're not warming up our chest, so I still want to contract it on like the bar, 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, just to make sure. I tore my chest once, it was horrible. I don't wish that upon anyone, so getting old now, so we gotta be smart.
Quick! Oh yeah, man. Let's go! Set up! Oh yeah.
Too easy, too fucking easy. Still 5 fucking hundred right there. Solid fucking weight. It's gonna move fast. If you blink, you're gonna miss this lift. It's gonna fucking go so fast. 198, 500, just playing with it. We're still 8 weeks out, just warming up.
Let's go, Mark.
Ah!
Let's go, man. Let's go. Squeeze it. Start. Press. Yeah, finish it. Yeah. Hold it. Hold it. Right.
500 with commands, bitch! Ah! We did 500, like for one, with wraps. Paused with commands. I'm super happy with how that moved. I failed like a whole bunch of touch and go 500, so to be back in that 500 pound range, like 8 weeks out, I'm super stoked. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna throw on like a super light slingshot, and I'm really just gonna focus on this weight, As you see, like everything moves very quickly off my chest, but right when I get to like this sticking point, it's a lot of lockout. So I'm really gonna need to do a lot of tricep work, which is why we're gonna do 2 sets with the slingshot with 500. We're gonna follow the commands, start, press, rack, and then just gonna keep it going.
Good. Start. Good. Press. Yeah. Hold it. Rack.
I hope that bench hyped you up as much as it hyped me up. And like I said, high carb day, so we have some sugar packed oats, 2 packages, which is about 60 grams, some blueberries, some strawberries, some Walden Farms maple syrup, some egg whites, some eggs, and some turkey bacon. We kind of went all out in like a celebratory victory of crushing that 500 pounds. I can't believe I've already been awake for 12 hours, but I have about 6 or 7 hours worth of work to do. We have like 3 clients starting. We have a whole bunch of orders to package up and ship out. skincare line is probably launching about mid-April, so everyone's always asking me, oh, how'd you get your skin so clear? There are several things I did to help with my skin and my acne. I have helped formulate a soap that I've been using for probably the last 4 months, and I'm like, yo, like, I want to get this to everybody just to like help moderate the amount of acne. So I'm super excited that I can launch that under my name because it's just something I'm super passionate about. And like I said, you always got to strive for the shit you're passionate about, and you'll never work a day in your life. So gonna finish up those client plans, keep working on the marketing for that. But that's gonna get us into tip number 3, which is our last tip of the day, is blood work. Easy as fuck to figure out if your shit is real or not is midway through your cycle, go get your total testosterone checked, go get your free range testosterone, get your ALT, your AST, which are your liver enzymes. Because if you're taking something that is super liver toxic and you go and test your liver and it's like not raised at all, mind you, you could be 1 in a million, but most likely that should be a little bit higher. If you're taking 500 milligrams of testosterone and you come back in like at 600 level, you're like, okay, well, a high natural limit is like 700, 800, 900. So you're like, huh, clearly my shit's fake or it's not dosed properly if you're taking 500 milligrams of testosterone and you're not at least like 6, 7 times the limit you are supposed to be. So getting blood work done is an easy way to figure out that your stuff is potent and your shit is legit, and it's not going to completely wipe the bank because you go and get the blood work done and it's good. The only issue with the blood work is that it's not 100%. You won't be able to like individually know what is working unless you're just doing single cycles of things. So I guess for an advanced level, it's not going to be the best, but I mean, I always go off of feel. When you start to take steroids, when you start to do things, you know what certain things feel like. You know what D-ball feels like. You know what Anavar feels like. You know what Halo feels like. You know what testosterone feels like. Now, testosterone is a little bit harder because you don't like feel testosterone, but like you feel the pumps and you feel the water retention off D-ball. You feel the water retention off MK677. So it's very easy to gauge as you get more experience on like, okay, this is good, this isn't good. And then you can kind of just fine tune the labs that you liked. That's the same thing I did with the SARMS on www.themarkplumber.com. I tried out like 6, 7 different brands, and then I just picked one that worked the best for me, and I've stuck with them ever since, and I use them up until this day. I just opened a brand new pack at GW to start taking it for my cut to get down to 198. I personally use it, I personally stand behind it, and you guys can do the same. Just don't be scared to try other things and then just pick the best one that works for you. You obviously use this video as entertainment purpose only, but I just want everyone to be safe as possible. I'm going to do a very in-depth video about this also on my Patreon. Everything that we can't talk about on YouTube is going on there, along with, like I said, the injection lesson April 1st. So that's the first link in the description. Make sure to go subscribe because you will not want to miss this. It is going to be super detailed, super in-depth. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.